So let's give the 100 pacer another one. He usually eats several of these mice every time he gets a meal. There we go. And as per usual, he is holding on to it. I'm probably gonna include some footage of him swallowing that mouse afterwards. There we go. And this time I also decided to record him from up top with the lid removed. It is still reasonably safe, even though he could, of course, spit out that mouse and, defend himself if he had to, but obviously he's not gonna do that. He doesn't really perceive me as a threat, and he is very focused on his meal now anyway. As he is a very laid-back snake in general, some people claim that Deinagkistrodon acutus are generally aggressive or defensive snakes. Maybe that's the case for like wild-caught specimens and they change behavior in captivity, or maybe it's just his individual character, but again, he really is very well behaved. He does stay on the hook over short distance, in contrast to, for example, the cottonmouths and copperheads, to which they are related to. At least mine often jump off from the hook and then get aggravated at me, which he never does. So, got some footage now from him swallowing the mouse, and I decided to not include a live commentary in this clip, but instead do a voiceover and speed up the footage a bit, since he is a bit of a slow eater at times. However, this way you can still see the entire feeding process, and of course also get to see how beautiful that snake is in general, at least in my opinion. These 100 pacers, they always were a bit of a dream snake of mine, since they just look like a perfect mix between a moccasin and a lancehead viper. And they also got that horn on the nose, which I really like. It also gave them a common name, sharp-nosed viper, of course. Very, very beautiful snake, if you ask me. And still a snake that demands a lot of respect, of course. They are responsible for the third most deaths from snakebite in China, where they occur naturally. So next up is the green pit viper again, Trimeresurus albolabris. First I'm gonna check if she, there we go. She took it from the tweezers right away this time. And it seems like she got that mouse in the back. See. Still got a good grip on it. Mouse can't reach the snake in any way, see. You don't always have to deliver that strike right behind the head. You need to keep in mind that the venom, as soon as it gets injected into the body, it circulates through the system very quickly anyway. I've seen rodents pass away in seconds after a bite, even when bitten in the extremities or in the back. I guess it doesn't really matter that much where they bite them. Which, makes sense, of course. If you get injected any other substance as well, obviously it gets through your system, through the blood flow, quick anyway. So, this is the female water moccasin. There we go. She struck at it right away and she held on to it for a good second. So that venom is gonna work immediately, probably. See. I think that's about it. Oh. I think the mouse is about passed out. I'm just gonna put it right there and see if she likes to start swallowing it right away. So I'm gonna do another voice over with the sped up footage. Let's see, she's first gonna try to find the head of the mouse, of course. Some snakes, they are better at locating the headpiece than others. I have some specimens that seem to take forever from finding out how they can swallow it, and some start eating basically right away. But she has found the right end. At least she's gonna have no problems swallowing that mouse now. See, I sped this up to 2 times speed. Maybe this does make the videos flow a bit better, I'm gonna see. But the cottonmouths, they usually gulp down that prey item rather quickly anyway. See. And she actually takes several mice each meal as well. Usually she eats 2 to 3. So next up is her boyfriend. This is the male cottonmouth, Agkistrodon conanti. And he is always very, very hungry. Just give him a second or two. He's not gonna waste much time at all, I can assure you that. Boom, there we go. There's a very nice strike from him. And he always holds on to the mouse as well, see. It's gonna dump it full of with venom. And it's also gonna help him digest that prey item afterwards. See. Very nice. It seems like he just took a bath as well, that's why he's so wet. And he also did some put some dirt in his cage. I probably have to take him out right after he's done with that meal. So that mouse is about to be done. So let's go on to the next one. So I'm gonna feed my Crotalus cerberus pair now for the rest of the video, I think. Let's see, this is the male specimen. He has these very nice, almost golden stripes on the back, which I really like. Boom, there we go. So let's see how fast that venom takes to kick in. Sometimes when he delivers his strike, the mouse dies immediately, and sometimes it actually takes quite a bit. I personally started to think that with him in particular, maybe it's not even the amount of venom that makes a difference. I do think he delivers more or less the same amount of venom every time, actually. I think what might be the more significant factor is if they get the venom delivered right into the blood flow, or if it just like, you know, hits a muscle or something, and then obviously it's gonna take a bit longer. But as you can see, that mouse is envenomated for sure, of course. Look at him. He's very laid back, just very certain that it's gonna kick in anyway now. See. I think it's gonna be it right there. I'm actually gonna try to record him swallowing that mouse too, since I don't have that much footage from rattlesnakes feasting on their prey on my channel yet. So let's see if we can change that, but usually he takes a bit longer to find the prey item, so I'm gonna make a cut probably. So I'm just gonna do another voiceover now, since this is sped up footage as well. But as you can see, he found the head now. He usually drags the mouse around in his cage for a while, and then he goes in to swallow it at last. See, and you can, if you look at the mouse, it almost looks like it's, you know, stiff. That's like from the venom, you know. He probably dumped that, dumped a good amount of it into the mouse, and it also helps him digest that prey item now. That's why I think it's very important if you feed like frozen thawed or pre-killed prey items to the snake, which I sometimes do as well. You always have to make sure that it's a nice warm temperature and that you move it around in front of the snake, so they actually deliver a venomous bite to the dead prey item, because otherwise they won't have that, venom inside to help with the digestion. But he's making some good progress, as you can see. Very nice. A big fan of the Crotalus cerberus. Has to be some of my favorite rattlesnakes for sure. That's why I had to get a breeding pair of them. They are still somewhat young. He's born 2020, and I think the female is actually even younger. She's from 2022, if I remember correctly. But I think in 1 or 2 years, after I hibernate them properly, I will be able to breed them without too much problems. But again, that's gonna be a future project. Now I'm just gonna try to get them, feeding properly, get them nice and large, and also wait till the coloration changed fully. They are quite dark already, but with the Crotalus cerberus, at least with most specimens, the older they get, the darker they get as well, for the most part. When they were babies, they were very, very bright, just like a normal Western Diamondback. So, this is the female now. As you can see, she's looking somewhat different. They are more or less the same locality, though, from what I've been told. There is a lot of variation going on with the Crotalus cerberus, since they actually change color, not just there we go, delivered her strike. I was gonna say they change color not just over time when they get older, but also through the seasons as well sometimes. There isn't actually not even that much known about what exactly triggers the color change within the species. And as you can see, she also has a different coloration with the stripes overall. She has more like white instead of the gold that the male specimen has. So let's see, the mouse is pretty much alive and well. Doesn't show any significant signs of envenomation. So my camera actually, or my phone actually decided to stop recording, so I had to start over again. And as you can see, the rodent is envenomated by now. Oh, don't go into the hide. That's why I usually remove the hide boxes when I'm feeding. I didn't do it that time because I thought the mouse wouldn't run into it while the snake is right in front of one of the hide box. There we go. I think the rodent is about to be done now as well. See, it's gonna die right there. Look at her. Very beautiful. See how large the rattle is as well. Perfect rattle on both specimens. Nothing broke off. They are both captive-born specimens. Like all of my snakes, actually. I do have some wild-caught centipedes and a few wild-caught scorpions, but other than that, all of my animals are captive-born. Just a lot better, There's no need to take any animals away from the wild. Oh, look at that. Saw the fangs right there. Very beautiful. Again, one of my favorite rattlesnakes for sure. This one and Crotalus tigris and Crotalus. How are they called again? ornatus. They are the most beautiful North American rattlesnakes of all.